Much better. Hi, I'm someone named Dean. Welcome back. We're continuing Kentucky Route Zero here. And let's just get to it. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Well, we already know who Lula Chamberlain is. We were playing as that character briefly last episode, I guess. So, sorry, we're looking for an ingestion clerk. Oh no, I'm an interior spatial analyst. I can't help you with that. I think the ingestion clerks have all gone home for the night. Lula might be able to help you. She's pretty senior. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now, on the first floor. She barely made a dent in these diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which... Alright, that's our cue to leave. Just staring at you. Alright.
Okay. Her office is down on the first floor.
So, last time on Kentucky Route Zero, we did the integral chapter, I guess, Limits and Demonstrations, which I think takes place between 1 and 2, or must have some sort of relevance between the two chapters. And yeah, I guess Conway and Shannon here found their way onto the Route Zero, which led them into this weird building, and we're just trying to find our way around. Hello? Are you lost? Very much so, yes. Okay, well, let's get you pointed in the right direction then. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metzstein about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help.
Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestion card and a list of your last 5 permanent addresses.
Ingestion card?
Oh, no ingestion card. Okay, that's okay. Just go talk to Clerk Baum first, and he'll get you set up with one. Clerk Baum is just over there in the corner. Happy to help.
Howdy. Here for ingestion card? No problem. He rummages through some papers on his desk. Happy to help. He opens a few folders and quickly closes them. Looks like I'm out. But I know there are some back in the archive. You'll just have to put in a special request with Clerk Macmillan. She's the documents czar. Straight back at the end of the office there, by the file cabinets. Okay.
Documents requested.
One ingestion card, please.
Happy to help. Please just put your requisition form in the inbox and I'll get to it as soon as possible.
Requisition form?
Yes. You don't have one? Shouldn't be a problem. They're quite easy to fill out. Just ask Clerk Metstein and she'll get you sorted.
I mean, we know Lula's right there because we had a little intro sequence this chapter as her. I see Shannon gives us the option to just you know what? Yeah, let's just let's just skip all this. I don't feel like doing this run around.
We're done here. Can you point us to Lula?
Oh, sure. That's her in the cardigan.
Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth. Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're not.
How stoic, or is it romantic? Are you a suffering artist?
Oh, I'm no artist.
Good for you. It's a tedious pursuit, rewarded by an arsenal of useful skills and a touch of arthritis. Dr. Truman says my joints are eroding one another. They've been collaborating for decades. It's only natural they want to kill each other now. Well, enough about my hateful wrists and ankles. This concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go?
We're having trouble navigating the zero.
Just navigating the apropos of nothing. 1 second.
I don't know what that word is. So let's just pause everything.
Apropos.
Apropos? Really?
Apropos.
Okay.
Apropos of nothing. The zero doesn't work like other roads. You can't just drive and expect to find yourself somewhere. You must be more deliberate than when driving on surface roads. And, in a way, much less deliberate.
We're looking for Dogwood Drive.
Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on Dogwood Drive? This was years ago. A grimy old house. Basement full of insects. Attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. They all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. But that Dogwood was a surface road. With a name like that, it would have to be. What are you doing on a zero?
The gas station attendant told us we need to take the zero to get there.
Gas station attendant. I see. Friendly blind man, about my age. Hangs out with an old cat. Likes to pretend he's a poet.
Old cat?
Well, no cat anymore. Sorry to hear it. Joseph and I used to work together, and we lived together. We were friends. But that was a long time ago. We haven't spoken in years. Do you know why he's pointing to you this way? It's because he's still in love with me, of course. And now he's implicated you quite inconsiderably. And your condition. It's appalling. So, I'm very sorry for wasting your time, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me.
But where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one.
No, it's not possible. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets. You see, too many streets with the same names. There's never a problem before, but now we have these databases, and it's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So, my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be Large-leafed Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive. Or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here.
Where is the computer?
Computer. Oh, that's all handled off-site. We write up a formal request for analysis, provide the necessary data, and then send the whole thing out by courier. So the first you'll need the data. I expect you'll find the road name changelog up in the archives and records. 4th floor. It'll be... No. It'll be filed under O for anonyms, probably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name is changed.
I just got a little distracted for a second. Just making sure my OBS was still recording. Yeah. Let's make our way to the 4th floor here.
Archives and records. So, 4th floor.
Fourth floor. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. I hope you're having a good day or afternoon or evening. I'm doing well. I visited my mom and family yesterday, which I may have mentioned in the last episode of this. It was good. Her health is kind of up and down, so she missed my son's birthday about a week ago. So we're just kind of making up for that. And yeah, my son got a lot of gifts and it was quite nice. And yeah, we're all doing good.
Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging.
The small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Oh boy. Guess front to back. Inside front cover. Note in logbook. Document staff. Please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Note in logbook. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Oh man, this this sounds terrible. Oh boy. Is this... So Conway here wants to deliver something. I wonder what it is that's so important that he just has to end up in this weird place. And, not really question it either. And if you're tuning in for the first time, Conway here wants to make a delivery. Was told by a gas station attendant to drop off a TV to someone who told him to go find someone else to fix the said TV, hurt his leg in the process, return to where the TV was, fix the TV, and then the TV showed them driving into some sort of magical tunnel, which led them here. And I guess that was the proposed Route Zero. And I guess this is what the game's about. Anyway, several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Page 14. A single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Inside back cover. Failing antique shops. Folder missing? Listed, checked in on page 63, but not present. Well, you work for a delivery for a antique shop. I wonder if that's relevant. Page 63. Check-in. Failing antique shops. Monday, 3 p.m. Signee, Ed Baum. Nothing?
Me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look.
Well, I wonder if we can ask Ed downstairs about failing antique shops, because I want to know if this guy's employer, Lysette, is doing okay or not. Not that it matters. But I feel like it will allow us to find a little bit more about the story of this game. And I love how there's just an office floor dedicated to bears. I think Ed was over here. Can I just make my way? Is there an option to talk? No? Okay. I just wanted to see. Let's go back to Lula.
Nothing. That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's all a bit progressive. This was a cathedral not so long ago. Can you believe it? And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect. At the church. Marianne at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files. I'll be in the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh. While you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do you stop and see him? That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other.
Okay. Let's, I guess, get out of here then. So, yeah. Alright, Marianne, can you help us?
Get what you need?
Lula said you could direct us to the church.
Oh, sure. The old storage lot. Just get back on the 0 and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it.
Okay. So I guess the Route 0 operates on moon logic or something. I guess we'll find out once we hit the road. Time to go. Oh, this is different. Oh, this is very different than earlier. In Act 1, we were actually just traveling on a overhead map. What the? The Jaws, the Scarecrow, 88? What? What's this mean? Rowboat? These motifs seem familiar. They were kind of the same as those... in the mines. Casket, yeah. Weird. So the cave, or the mines that you find Shannon, there's a scarecrow and casket to help kind of navigate the way around this turntable, but you don't really need to interact with it, but just interesting. Okay, so it is just purely circular. No wonder why you'd get lost. The sandwich. You can sleep for a bit? Huh. Oh yeah, this is that flyer found on the table earlier. Drive counterclockwise to the bottle. Turn around. Drive clockwise to the still. Turn around. You're nearly on the top of it. I don't know if there's really a point to doing these things, but I'm kind of curious. Probably more story if we do. Just gonna take a picture of it so I don't have to keep pausing to do it. Okay. Counterclockwise to the bottle. I wonder if navigating the 0 makes you see memories. Then drive clockwise to the still. Maybe that's why we're seeing things like caskets and scarecrows and bottles and cathode rays. And then turn around. The valley. What the brochure calls an epic laceration to the very heart of the world, certainly left by some great power, perhaps a casualty in a battle between God and dinosaur. It's more of a rocky valley separating the road from a sheer cliff face. It's difficult to see how deep it runs, as the rock slopes into shadow, but the few dozen lanterns strung across at an interval suggests its scale. Larger than a basketball court, but smaller than a financial district. Oh my, there's a lot here. And there's also a phone number in the back here. Oh. Well, if we find a phone, we'll give that a ring. Okay, let's check out this one. Why not? Okay, take another picture of that so I don't have to keep pausing. Okay, drive clockwise to Scarecrow. Well, I guess if there's a brochure on it, then it's not our characters just seeing memories. I wonder what you'd do if you needed gas. Would you just be out of luck? Oh, I might have to look at the brochure on how to escape this. Okay. Alright, brochure. To return, find the ball again, turn around, and head back. Bottle. Okay. Tree. Okay, things are slightly different. Sprocket. Anchor. Bicycle. Feather. Man, this is confusing. Wheelbarrow. Antlers. Scarecrow. Then turn around and head counterclockwise until you reach the pendulum. So, this is Kentucky Route Zero. It's a bit of a slow burn, I guess. Pendulum looks like an instrument. And then reverse direction. And then this is the tunnels. The brochure for these mossy tunnels recommends taking them as a site for meditation, an introspective labyrinth through which to walk one's concerns, slowly, like a breathing exercise. A narrow tunnel extends to the right, and another to the left. Conway and Shannon go left. Conway and Shannon enter a cramped passage. A narrow tunnel extends to the right, and another to the left. The moss begins to glow. Conway and Shannon crawl on hands and knees through a slick passageway. The moss is glowing more brightly now. Conway and Shannon step out into a large opening room. The glow of the moss is almost blinding. A narrow tunnel extends to the right and another to the left. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well, I feel like there might be something a bit more here. And maybe if we knew which pattern of left or right to enter, maybe we could find something. So, let's make our way back to the bureau and just maybe focus on some main stuff. There's a lot here. Okay, find the Scarecrow, turn around. Okay. Actually, let's see field notes. Ah. Oops. Dogwood Drive. Well, unfortunately, I forgot what she said on how to get to the doctor, and that looks like my notebook wasn't updated, which I was hoping for. Something to do with the crystal. Oh boy. This is definitely a puzzle, that's for sure. And one I do not know the solution to. I guess we could sleep.
Hey, you're looking kind of tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit?
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Oh, does she just drive us there? Or maybe it's like a reset? Yeah. Guess that's all we got. Well, yeah. So earlier today, I visited one of my many moms, as weird as that sounds. Yeah, that does sound weird. We got a lot of family. Oh, we're at the back of the bureau. Okay, I'm just gonna pause quickly and go back inside, talk to her, and then find out where to go again. So, we'll be right back. And we're back. What? Oh no, it's gone? Oh, that's so confusing. So I guess if you snooze a lot, Shannon will just take you where you need to go. Yeah. Random access self-storage. So why do these places exist here? Who would bother build them? Seems to be all underground and in a maze. Huh. Just so bizarre. Let's talk to Shannon here.
Is that it? Over there?
I don't see any congregation.
Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows. I guess.
Oh, you're for the night mass? Oh, I only have 2 voices, so yeah, you know what? Let's go with it. What kind of mass is that? Tonight, it's a homily on work and need. Oh, haven't heard this one before. Are you the preacher? Oh, I'm the janitor. I guess this must look pretty strange. A church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. It got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see if it was a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes, some with the organist. And I found some old acetates in the bureau archives, photos of people in the church. So I keep it running. You do what you have to do, right? We've all got a job to do. Workers play for mortal stakes. That's the title of the evening's homily, in fact. So I guess if you folks aren't here for the mass, you must be looking for the old bureau records. Move them down to Unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. Just need to get the night mass started, but you can borrow my keys.
I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale.
Nice lady. Well, better get this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Conway listens to the homily. Or I can make some small talk. Ooh, spooky. Everything's blacking out.
There are many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hardworking through feast or abstinence, recognizing St. Joseph the Worker, who was foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat. This is one such day. On this day, we celebrate with the feast of St. Joseph the Worker, and on this day, other workers are also celebrating, workers who do not attend Mass, or even one like it, even workers who do not attend a church at all, but who toil with charity, clarity, with dedication, with perspicacity, and do as we do here in our church, inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God. As we do, they cultivate the earth, and at sundown, they call the fruit of their labors. Very good. Beyond the church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago, and to honor the 4 martyrs who were unjustly persecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocation in their daily labor, but also having pursued their avocation in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, and finally martyrdom. Their and our avocation being, as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, to secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity.
So, is this like a hobby? If you ask me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow, and I play the tapes, and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Obligation? Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in, I don't think, and I don't remember them anyway.
Hi. Got it.
We were just listening to the sermon. What?
I found what we came here to get. The Fallout street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out. Maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. Jesus. You alright? What the hell?
My leg is stuck.
Okay, I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg?
It's all messed up.
Here. Let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me?
What happened?
I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. His mom about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met.
I'm okay.
We're going to go see that doctor. How do we get to this address from here?
I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. The bureau is the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, then turn around. Oh boy. This is weird. It's interesting, though. And it doesn't necessarily make sense to me. But I guess it really captures the vibe of navigating a very difficult place to navigate. Basically like another universe. Just hidden underground, I guess? Built by some sort of secret society, perhaps? I'll drive around a little further, and if not, I'll get Shannon to help, I think. Just going back the way I came, because sometimes that triggers different things. It's all nautical themed now. Yeah. So earlier I was kind of vaguely saying I visited one of my many moms, but basically we have a lot of family, and I was visiting my wife's adoptive mom, I guess, yeah. And yeah, we were just helping out, did some errands, just kind of investigating underneath the crawl space of where she lives, which was full of spiders, but I powered on through. And my current job allows me to kind of be a bit more comfortable or accepting of being in claustrophobic spaces. So I've kind of gotten used to that. Then I was helping her try to fix her bike. Except I am not familiar with bikes, so I was only really able to fix the front brake. But I'll have to go back over there and try to figure out what's going on with the rear brakes. But it was a good opportunity because I've never had the need to mess around trying to fix bike brakes and chains and stuff like that. So it was cool. And this is taking a bit, so Shannon, you take the wheel. I'm glad that's an option. Oh no. We're not there. I don't mind difficult puzzles or confusing, convoluted moon logic puzzles. In fact, I grew up with many games that were like that. Lots of point-and-click adventure games. There is something very stimulating and very rewarding if you find out a puzzle that makes no sense. If that makes any sense. You know, if something clicks, it's like, could this work? And then it does. It's like, yeah, cool. But, you know, as my schedule has gotten a little bit more busy, I don't always have time for scratching my head and trying to figure out stuff. And there we are. My goodness. Finding the route 0 is a pain, but I guess navigating it is even worse. And once we make this delivery, are we even going to be able to leave? No, it's Mr. Carrington. We've encountered him before. I can't remember what voice I had for him. Probably this one.
Hello, my friends. I'm believed to run across you again. Hello, Blue. No better place than the road for a hound. I'm afraid I've been unsuccessful in my search for a venue for my play. Have you found anything in your travels?
Oh. I wonder if this actually determines where he'll play it. Could do this storage facility that we were just at. Yeah, why not the gas station? I think you should go do it back at the gas station.
Equus Oils, by the interstate. It had never occurred to me. The sound compellingly desolate. The roar of cars and trucks, resonating and reverberating through nearby overpasses. Yes, the psychoacoustics of the space are of prime concern.
So, you'll think it'll work?
Yes, I think Equus Oils will do wonderfully. I can already hear the desolate cry of the road. You've been immeasurably helpful. If you have time later this evening, I'd love to go over my production notes with you. Just meet me there in a few hours, if you'd like. Many thanks.
Okay.
Back so soon.
Can we talk to Clerk Lula Chamberlain again?
I'm afraid she left. In a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting?
She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant.
I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate. I can process you wherever you're ready to go back. Just let me know.
Is there anything else to do here on the Zero? Or, wait, where's the doctor? Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Let's just get out of here. I don't want to drive around in circles and hope I find something. If you ever get the chance to play this yourself, I guess you can mess around with that brochure and see where those places take you. But I'm gonna skip doing that.
We're ready to be processed.
She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Oh, yeah, Lula's card. Can you
Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman.
Of course. This is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. To continue north, we'll be there shortly. Happy to help.
Okay. Wow. Just like that, we're back? Joseph has fallen asleep in his chair. Carrington won't be here for another few hours. Okay. Okay. Past the observatory. Well, there's the observatory. Take a right. Much easier to navigate, that's for sure. Ah, there we are. Well, I think we've almost reached our 1 hour mark here, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to end it right here. Didn't really make as much progress as I would have hoped. That navigating the Route Zero is a little bit disorienting, not going to lie. But there's something about the game I do still find quite intriguing, even if I have no idea what's going on. I guess just this is the world they live in, which happens to have an underground secret road that defies all logic. Maybe it gets explained later on. But hey, if you stuck this through, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I understand that I might not be the most entertaining person, but if you're entertained by this, well, I'm glad. I guess you are my audience. So, yeah, thanks again for being here. I'll play more of this later on. I'm just going to check on my kid and see how things are going. You have yourself a good one. Take care, and I guess I'll see you when I see you. See ya.